Okay, guys, I'm still out here in the garden, and what I have done is I have moved this green stock tower over here, trying to make space for the big pallet that's down there. And now I am working on moving this gray peppercorn tower right here. The top is over here because it was so full of ants. So I sprinkled, it has 3 nice sized eggplants in it, y'all. But it was entirely too many ants, and wasn't nothing I could do with that but put something on. Wasn't anything I could do with it but put something on it. And I'm gonna let it sit over there for a couple of days. And then I'm gonna move these things out of the way here. The y'all tell I was in there chewing when I came outside. I had to go back and get my battery for my camera, for my microphone rather. I'm gonna move those 2 aloes. I think I'm gonna move one somewhere down there and the other one right there. Just let it sit in that open space, and then open space, let it sit up in there. That'll be fine with those. Maybe they'll sit on bricks, or maybe they won't. The way I have my bricks, the way I have the bricks, nothing can crawl underneath them because I don't want to be standing to something and something comes slither out. I won't be happy with that. So I'm taking this peppercorn tower down, and here's where I'm placing it. I'm gonna show you where I'm taking it, but I'm gonna go the back way to take it. I'm just showing you from the front way. It's gonna sit right here. I already have it done and have it balanced out. It's gonna sit right here. I had to make it a little tight in there, but it's gonna give me what I want, because I feel like even though these are green stalk towers, I can grow plenty of food in them. But some of them are the 7 inch. Some of them are 7 inch, like Lilac. 3 of her tiers are 7 inch. I'm gonna move Lilac too, because I'm gonna have this whole space right here for that pallet, and I could probably get like 9 more buckets on that. From what I counted, I could get 9 more buckets. That way I can have either 9 I could have 9 cabbages or whatever it is that I want to put in the bucket. But and these still will be growing a lot of food. Y'all, what I'm trying to do is increase my food. Increase the food without taking up more space. And this is, I already have the patio, most of the patio. I already have this area right here. I already have this area right here where Lilac is. So if I take Lilac and I put it on the patio, I'm still staying within my bounds. I'm not taking up more space out here in the yard. And plus I have 2 more towers coming. I did order that tomato, but I only ordered 3 tier. I no longer am ordering the bundle. The bundle is usually what I order, where you get 3 tier of the 7 inch and then 3 tier of the 10 inch. I no longer order that. I just ordered the 3 tiers, or either if I wanted a little bit more, I will order 5 tiers. But I just ordered me 2 3 tier planters, towers, and they're gonna sit here. One is gonna be here, and when I move one of these other things, it's gonna be another brick right there, another pillar right there, stone pillar, paver, whatever you want to call it. I feel like something crawling on me. 'Cause I done been walking around out here, but shouldn't be nothing swinging nowhere. Cause being husband done been all through here. I done raked. He done came behind me and raked. So, but that's so my 2. I ordered that tomato. I felt like if I put tomato over here, it's that reddish orangey color. It's gonna make it pop. That is already here. That is already on the inside. I just have not put it out yet, because I'm trying to rearrange. And the name of the game for me is to grow as much food as possible into a small space without extending out into my yard, leaving some yard free to walk around in, to sit in, or whatever. We do have a little sitting area on the patio, but on the far end of the patio, when you come out, that's why that opening, when you come out of my door, I didn't want anything there, because it's just a clear opening, instead of everything looking like a forest, and I'll show you what I'm talking about, guys. I'm sure y'all probably remember if you have been following this channel. So I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. Once I come out the door, I don't want anything planted right here. Baby, you all right, you're not gonna be in it. I don't want anything unless you get up and start moving. I don't want anything right here. Right here. I don't want anything there. I do have my pink guavas, but they're in something. I could slide them down. I could move them around if I feel like I need to, if they should be growing too tall. But I didn't want the trellis there, like the grape trellis. That's too bushy. So I moved that on down. So when we stand, we could look out and look over our yard, or just when we come out, we could just look over. It's not so jungle-fied. So, but the name of the game is to grow as much food as possible without taking up more yard space. Because we do have grandchildren. They don't live here, but they do come here for the summer. They come for spring break. They come for Thanksgiving break. They come for Christmas break. So they're here about every 3 to 4 months. Our kids are here. I'm sorry, I didn't have y'all turn around, but about every 3 to 4 months, our kids are here. The mosquitoes are starting to bite, y'all. I have not been back inside since I came outside after I went to get those pallets and came back. It is now 1:25. So I'm gonna keep working. I'm gonna keep moving stuff. I'm taking my time. So I'm gonna finish moving peppercorn. I'm gonna put peppercorn on down here. I may go ahead and move that top tier, but I wanted those ants to die. So I think I'm gonna leave that sitting over there. It has eggplant flowers on it, but it don't have the fruit on it. So I think it's going to be okay sitting right there. It's going to rain, so I may kind of move it to the patio instead of right there, so it don't get pounded so much with water. It's some gnats flying by, honey. These gnats, they starting to step out. I might have to go in and get me. I'm not digging in any dirt or anything like that, but I did, as I moved my green stalks, I did pull some old kale and some lacinato kale and some curly kale. I did pull those things out. So they did take a little dirt with them. I shook off as much soil as I could, but I did fill it back in with some ocean forest soil, which I already have amendments and things in it because I don't have time to stop and amend the soil. But it don't do no good to fill it with soil and don't put the amendments in there. Then when you go to plant, you got to put the amendments. So I just use my good soil, ocean forest, because I have a whole bunch of stuff in that. So that's what I'm gonna do now, guys. Finish moving. And one thing I did do, because the what I call my fall tower, which was the glacier green and the chocolate, I had that white on it. I didn't want white back on it. I want to eventually be able to get this pink out and put the white where it go at. I'm not going to do that now. I got some great eggplants growing up there with fruit on it, flowers on it, some peppers coming in. So I'm not going to do anything to risk that. So I'm just going to use it as a single. I put it on its own wheel and spinner, and I'm going to plant around in it. It does have some cayenne pepper in it and a basil, and the cayenne pepper has fruit on it. So I'm not going to do anything with that, all that moving and lifting. I'm not going to do that right now. So it's just going to be as a single. I put it on its own wheel and own spinner. That's one thing I did do. And of course, I moved glacier green and the chocolate right there. And I think I'm gonna put the peppercorn right here. So when I look out this window, you look out, you can look over the whole garden. And I don't want anything blocking that view. I don't want anything blocking that view. And the same way with this window right here. When I look out, I could kind of see through everything because this is a raised bed, but you still could see that window pretty good. I still could see out over it. This isn't blocking anything from far as the window view. I can move it over some if I need to. Okay, guys, so that's what I'm doing. That's what I'm doing. I'm not going to show you every step because that's just going to be a lot of work or whatever. Y'all, this is how I move stuff when it's too heavy. I don't want to pick it up, and I don't want my husband picking it up either. He'll come out here and just grab it and move it just to help me and to get it done. I don't have a problem with taking my time and coasting this thing in. It saves my back and it saves his. And I want that right there But that's how I do when I have stuff that's too heavy. I just coast it in. Just take my time and rock the corners till I get it to where I want it, which is right here. I'm probably gonna move it back a little bit this way. And this is where I'm gonna put my one of my 3-tier tomato towers right here. And that's solid. It's not rocking. So I really don't have to worry about is it level. And I have the other one over here. Now it's a little not too level. And I could push them back a little bit, but I want to be able to spin them and walk around them until the flowers start growing. So this one has a little tilt because it has a few pieces of grass over here. So this one is a little rocky, but I probably can level that off just by moving the dirt around is what I could do with that. I'm not going to do that today. Is it heavy pushing it like that? Yes, but not as much if I tried to pick it up. Not as heavy as if I let my husband come out here and pick it up. So no, it's better if I just coast it along. It's better. I don't feel it in my back. I'm tired just for picking up something, but but it's not painful. It's not on your back or anything like that. You just moving your arms, coasting it till you get it to the spot. And I knew it wasn't far. If it was gonna be real far, then I would go get my wheelbarrow, well, go get my dolly, which I didn't use a dolly to move it down here. I coasted it down here because it was down there in Pepper Place, and I coasted all the way down here when I got my peppercorn towers, and I put it on. So I'm gonna use this for my tomato towers because where I put peppercorn, I don't need paver because it's on the patio. But y'all, this is the end of the workday for me. I've been out here all morning and it is 1:49. I'm going in, gonna take me a shower. Whatever's laying on the ground, which is I still got things out here on the ground, they gonna be out here till tomorrow. If it rain, it'll get rained on them. They gonna be okay. I'm gonna pick up a few things. Like today, I had to bring out the diatomaceous earth. Of course, I'm gonna put that back and close it up and put it back. I also had to bring my Raid can out because where I moved some of the hard cloth that I had out in the area over there by the shed, I folded it up and I pressed it up and stepped on it and folded it up and put it behind the shed with the extra board. I organized it so it'll be right back there. And it was a big old spider hanging up over my head. I was like, oh, you've been back here a long time. Nobody's seeing you, nobody coming around, because I don't go around the back of the shed. It's junky back there. Well, it's not junky back there, it's junkified back there because it got some bushes and stuff back there, which we once had those cut down just during the fall time. It was clear back there because we was running behind there catching quail birds when the great escape of the quail bird. So we was running back there, but lo and behold, there was a big spider back there today, and he wasn't gonna live because I'm gonna walk anywhere in this yard that I want to, and I'm gonna walk freely. And anything that prohibits me from doing that got to go. So he had to go. He was nice and juicy too. Ugh. But he had to go. He was too big. I wasn't finna try to clap him with my glove because he was up over my head. So I wasn't chancing that. And I have certain gloves I use just for diatomaceous earth. I don't put all my gloves on that, so I pull these gloves out every time. Use the same old gloves. But guys, I'm just picking up as I go along, and we could recap what happened in the garden today. I'm still need to pick up. I got my squash plant in the middle of the aisle, and it's gonna stay right there till tomorrow. It's gonna be all right. But I'm gonna close up my ocean forest. It's just a little bit of ocean forest in this thing, but I'm gonna close it up. These are some good bags. If you roll these bags down, honey, you don't have to worry about them getting wet. It's been sitting right out here. It ain't been under no shelf or nothing, and that soil in there is just as dry. They have some good bags. You don't have to worry about your soil getting wet. But one thing we accomplished today, got peppercorn tower moved, got chocolate and glacier green moved. I put down the pillar and the set for the next one. Lilac Tower is gonna go right there. That'll be sometime tomorrow or next week. We had the single for snow left. Snow need to be clean. That's one thing I like about them. I could just put some water, hard shoot some water on there and get those clean out the way. Peppercorn tower sitting right here with this diatomaceous earth in it. I thought about moving it, but I think I'm gonna let her sit right here. Let it sit right here. And probably have to sit there a couple of days. We got this done with the palette and the 4 buckets to give you a look of what it's gonna look like. All the buckets that be over here probably gonna be the same color. These right here is gonna go over there to y'all know what I'm trying to say, child, over here in the new corner, the addition. See, when I went over here, guys, and I made more room for food, I didn't take up any more of the yard space. Well, I did, but I didn't, because over here was just bushes. We wasn't growing anything over here anyway, but some banana plants that wasn't producing anything, and I just kept them. But as you can see, this thing right here, that's a banana plant. These other things, that may be a banana plant right there, but those other things that's popping up, those aren't banana plants. I know these 2 things right here is probably banana plants, and this little thing right here. But you have other things in the back. Those aren't banana plants. Those are those green leaves that like to come back and just get real bushy. They're pretty, but they don't produce any flowers, and you can't eat them. So, not to my knowledge. I don't even know what they call. So I can't say you can't eat them. I could just say I'm not gonna eat them because I don't know what it is. We got the pillars moved over here, waiting on our tomato tower to come out. And what's next on the agenda is to relocate the 2 um, cucumber plants right here. And to relocate the aloe. I might just go ahead on and relocate the aloe. Hold on. Y'all, I don't holler relocate nothing without putting some gloves on, because these pots been sitting here a while. Even though Olivia been coming out here getting me aloe and stuff for my back, because I washed my back in iodine, and then I will put some aloe on it, and then sometimes I will put calamine lotion on it. I will switch it out, but I don't never know what's gonna pop up out of these things. I don't try to act like I could see everything, because I can't. I'm pulling out some weeds out of it right now. Y'all probably can't see me down here, but I just grabbed my husband gloves, because these are gloves he had thing. I know Leah probably might have missed and did this, and she was pulling some out for me. But if you just stick your aloe back in the ground, it'll take root. Because when both of these little things, when they started, I had one little tiny piece that my sister Michelle gave me. And I'm going to put it right back down here in some dirt. Right back down here in some of this mud dirt. See, like I had a little small piece. You could take this little teeny tiny piece of aloe and start your whole nother plant. It'll catch on. And it is not a lot of dirt in this thing. It is not a lot of soil in here. But I'm going to move the bricks. I had it sitting on 3 bricks. And being that it's over there on dirt, I see some old black fluffy caterpillar. Y'all, I'm going to tell y'all, I have seen more worms under bricks than I have in some of these pockets. In some of these pots, I mean, I have seen more worms under here. And I'm going to sit it this far away. I'm not going to put it on the fence. And I don't like to leave gaps in between my bricks, because I don't want anything to be able to crawl up under it. Bad enough you may have something inside a pot. There's always some kind of spider or something in these things. That's one. This one is not on bricks, so I'm gonna go gather 3 bricks. Got my bricks, and I think I'm gonna let this sit right here. I'm probably gonna cut some of these trees too, because I do not want to be bent over on anything. But I don't want these sitting right in the walkway. They are big, huge pots. These pots was my dad's. He didn't have anything in them. It was just out here. I started aloe in them. Well, I can't remember if he had anything in them. I could say I don't remember something being in them. And I'm just dragging them. I'm not picking them up. But some of them have rocks in it, along with soil and aloe. That's 2. Okay, so that's more than half of the work completed for today. Y'all, I'm gonna get this little egg out of here. They got 1 egg on the ground and 1 egg inside the cage. If y'all been following my video and y'all saw my cooking video, and I showed y'all while I had y'all in my house, I showed you all the quail basket that we keeping the eggs in. Honey, y'all know there's a lot of eggs in there. You know, so I'm thinking I'm gonna take this corner. I may have to come down a little bit. I may not even, if I come down a little bit and just make the alleyway longer, I may not, because I have the trellis right here. If you can see where the trellis is, you have to come out to walk around the trellis anyway. So that pallet may be able to sit right here, and I might just have to worry about moving the cucumber plants and not moving lilac, because the reason I say that is because the sidewalk is right here, the patio is right here. So even though I got this area clear, the patio will still be right there, which will cause it to be not uneven. And I just used my last 3 bricks, which I could run and get bricks tomorrow. And I do have 1 pillar left. I have a pillar inside the quail coop sometimes, so they could just get out of the dirt when they want to. And I have a brick in there as well if I need to balance something off, because we did need to balance off that one. We actually use 4 bricks over there. We actually use 2 on one end, and I think 4 on the other end. We might have used 6 bricks. Yep, because we used 2 down here on this end, and then we used 4. We stacked 2 and 2 on this end, so it would not rock. Whew. So that's it, guys. That's the end of the workday over here. Whatever's down is going to stay down. I'm coming back out here sometime tomorrow, but I'm going to go in, take me a nice little shower, pretty much finish my breakfast, because my breakfast is still on the stove. I've been picking at the bacon and the egg when I go inside to get me something to drink. I have been going in there staying hydrated, but I haven't really sat down and ate a breakfast. I had a cup of coffee, and usually if I have coffee, and I drink decaf coffee, but usually I have me some coffee, I'm kind of good, you know, but I do know I still have to feed my body, even if my mind's saying, you know, you're not really hungry, you know. But I do know I need to eat. And I'm not going to do a bunch of rambling, guys. This video is already at 27 minutes, but I do know a lot of it's going to be edited out. At least I think it is. But if it's not, y'all forgive me. And I'll see you guys in this garden later. Gigi fam, you guys take care. I'll see you in the garden in the morning.